Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wired Nerdy Podcast. This is season number 3, episode number 11, and we are super excited today because we have a guest that has been in the working for a while now, and we are super excited to have a conversation with this dude. He is a kindred spirit to us as well. I'm just going to launch right into the introduction. If you don't know who this guy is, you should. Today on Wired Nerdy, we are thrilled to welcome a passionate content creator who's quickly become a rising star in the retro gaming world, RetroBearOG. Now, RetroBearOG is a Twitch streamer and content creator whose channel is a nostalgic playground for fans of classic video games, retro consoles, and the golden age of gaming, which we all love. With his signature charm and deep knowledge of gaming history, he's built a loyal following by spotlighting hidden gems, timeless favorites, and quirky oddities that define a generation. Whether he's diving into old school titles, showcasing rare pickups, or sharing his love for retro hardware, RetroBearOG creates an experience that's both fun and informative, making his streams a hangout for collectors, gamers, and just anyone who wants to relive the pixel-powered magic of the past. We first met RetroBearOG at the Como RetroCon, where his genuine enthusiasm for the community and the love of the hobby was on full display. And since then, he's been a pleasure to follow throughout his journey, and we're excited to dive into his world and learn what drives his passion and hear his thoughts on the future of retro gaming and content in a modern streaming age. Give a warm welcome to RetroBearOG. So how you thinking about that, man?
Now that was a hell of an intro. I love that.
There you go. There you
go. I love it.
We had Neo Ness on here as well, and we had Mr. Rightway, and they both were like, "Oh wow!" So we want to treat our guests right,
Absolutely,
right, Doug?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna dive into it, man. Thank you for being here. It's so much fun to have you. We're just gonna have a blast. And Doug, I'm gonna let you just. I had the intro, man. I'm gonna let you. Let's start lobbing questions at him. Let's make him go.
Yeah, I think the first thing to get us started really is RetroBearOG. Can you kind of tell us where the name came from? What inspired you to create that?
Oh man. Okay, so it was about 4 years ago, I think, when I first started on Twitch, and my original name was Larry Bear 87, and then afterwards I met a lot of cool people who are basically my close friends, to my closest friends, who I still talk to every day, every night. We started playing, and they just saw all my collections, and then they was like, you know what? I think you should change your username to like retro something.
Oh,
like I was like, okay, how about a Retro Bear? It's like perfect. So originally it was like a Retro Bear. And then the ones we switch up a little bit, I was like, oh, here's the perfect one, RetroBearOG. It was perfect. It was perfect. So
I like it.
I take
it too.
Yeah, because when you look up Retro Bear on like Twitch, you're the OG, because there are other Retro Bears with like numbers at the end and things like that. I think the OG is a nice touch. So.
Yeah, the OG. So y'all can find me like clear, like boom. There
That's
I am.
Right. The original
screen. the original.
Cool. Absolutely love it. So, what was your gateway into retro gaming, and what specific console game or moment that defined you getting into all this? Was it something you did as a kid? Something like, give us the origin story of RetroBearOG, man.
Oh, okay. So I think I was about 4 or 3 when my siblings was playing Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers 3. And around at that time, surprisingly, it wasn't the first controller I first held. It was actually the Zapper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like the Zapper.
Duck Hunt?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Duck Hunt was my first game. That was the origin of the when I started getting into gaming and the retro gaming. And then, yeah, Duck Hunt was my very first game, and I love it so much. The wish I still do. The wish I need to get a tattoo on my arm before. But
I saw your other tattoo video. I saw that.
The tattoo too. Yeah, game on.
You're kind of a full sleeve, man. You keep putting. That's awesome.
Yeah, trying to. But
looks awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, and then later on, we upgraded to Super Nintendo. That we've been playing Super Mario World, Mario Paint, the one of my favorites, Star Fox, the one of my favorites.
Yeah. Great
And
game.
then until I think I was in first grade. My first Christmas present, my very own console was the Sega Genesis. And
Great
that's how
system.
I converted over to the Sega Genesis. But I'm not like the all Sega Genesis.
Sure.
Like I'm a neutral.
You're
I'm a
equal
neutral.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the equal opportunity. So, and it's very rare that when you have both consoles at the same time, they got that. So it's like, this is not a rivalry house. We're all family. We're all
That's right.
together.
All
The
games.
once you brought it into this world, you in the family. So Sega Genesis was in the family. So
I love that outlook.
yeah, so I love it. But yeah, Sega Genesis was the deal. And yeah, I think I had like Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Street of Rage.
Hmm.
I had the Street Fighter, the special edition, championship edition, and we had combos of like the regular Street Fighter and the hyper edition too,
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorites. And Pac-Man 2, The Adventures, and Aladdin, and one of the hardest games was The Lion King.
Oh, that's tough. Some of those
It's
Disney
tough.
platformers were pretty
They were
brutal.
challenging, very
Yeah.
challenging. But overall, I used to have James Bond Jr. In the game, but I couldn't find anywhere anymore. Because the history is scattered all over the place. But
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
But
Did you ever have
overall,
Did you have a Super Nintendo alongside that at any point?
When
you were growing
we
up?
do.
When you were growing up?
Yeah, my sister had Super Nintendo, and I had the Sega Genesis.
I gotcha.
So.
And that's where the love was. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
that's where I love. So it makes sense.
It does make
siblings
sense.
got their own
It does.
consoles, so they won't have to fight each other.
That makes total
Right,
sense.
so-
Makes sense. Sorry, Doug. I didn't mean to step on you there. I just had to
No,
ask.
no, you're good. You know,
no,
we talked
but-
about. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there were a lot of good games at that time, and I think I found a picture of me playing her system of Super Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Which that's-
Good times.
Great game.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great game.
Sounds like just like us, you have a super love for retro games. What keeps you going now? Is it you more passionate now, or hope you're not fading out? You know.
Yeah, a lot of people do. They get older and they're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, what keeps that fire burning? That's a good question, Doug.
Just looking back, that everyone is playing the retro games, whether it's on the Instagram or on the YouTube or Twitch, because the retro gaming will never die, and it's still one of the hottest things that's going on today.
Yeah.
Whether you're streaming the game or even the local barcades now like
They're blowing up.
Yeah,
big
they're
time.
blowing
Yeah.
up, one of the hottest, especially with the arcades.
Hmm.
So it's the best combination. But yeah, the retro gaming will never die, and it's still hot to this day.
Yeah.
Until the weather is fading out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's still the hottest thing ever.
Are you a purist in that you're cartridge only, or are you supportive of like ROMs and emulation? And like, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm the more of a cartridge guy.
Sure.
But when I get too lazy, I just
Yeah.
do the emulators to like through Switch or something.
Yeah.
You know,
The convenience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the convenience or the Nintendo Classic or Super Nintendo Classics and all that. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
That
don't
makes
wanna Be
sense.
too lazy about it.
And you
Yeah,
don't have to get all the
I
consoles
think
out.
for me, it's easier to carry around one device with 5,000 games rather than carry around a suitcase with all my cartridges.
Oh,
I would
yes.
love to have the hardware and the physical media, but it's so much easier to throw a Steam Deck or some of
It
these
is.
new things
Oh,
coming out in my
gosh, yes.
backpack. Yeah.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
experience is best on OG hardware because,
Yes.
you know, there's something about on a CRT, that's the way it was meant to be. There's no
Mhm.
lag in controls, like all that. But at the end of the day, if you just want to enjoy, I mean, ROMs kind of get it done if you don't have the space for it. So, I mean, that's a good attitude to have, you know.
Yeah, dependent on the which system on the ROM it is too.
True.
So
Very,
it's
very true.
depending. Like what's it called? The Ant Stream or the whatever.
Oh
it is?
yeah, Antstream's the
Ant Stream.
they're the website that they have where they can stream stuff through browsing. Yeah, Antstream's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big one. I really like that. I wish I need to get onto that more since I do have an account on there, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're finally going to add like a multi a 2-player or the
Oh yeah, multiplayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
player on there. But So we will see in the future down the road. But
Yeah. I mean, it's good from a preservation standpoint for sure, too, because a lot of people may not have access to the original systems and collecting and all that. So at least you get exposure. I'm kind of shocked when we go, Doug and I talk about, we go to the cons. You see new generations of people discovering these games for the first time that we're used to. You know, you're talking about like Mario 3 and things like so cool. When we work that booth of my brothers, and you have kids that come up and they ask, you know, like, you know, do you have Mario 3 or do you have this or that? It's so funny to see them discovering stuff for the first time. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So.
kind of cool to, to let them learn where everything all started from with all the consoles and all that. So,
yeah, I look at it as it's required training. I mean, you are a young Jedi in the retro gaming. You got to go back and start where it all began and get the classics in.
You think Elden Ring's hard? Try Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the first Nintendo.
Oh, gosh.
Or try Aladdin or Lion King.
God, I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Talk about permadeath. Yeah.
Why you had to bring up old stuff?
I know.
Right. Well, speaking of old stuff, is there one game you absolutely love and you're just dying to review or play through on Twitch that maybe you have done or you haven't done?
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I already did Star Fox.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do something, a rare game. I'm gonna do Adventures Pac-Man 2.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love about you. You always pick like deep cuts, like ones that like I'm always like, oh, geez, they're not on the forefront. I love that you always pull out stuff out of these back libraries in which you play. That's very unique to your brand. I love that. I think that's awesome. That's not the answer I thought. That's so cool.
Got you, didn't you?
You did get me. You got me good. So, like, you know, how did this journey for you as a content creator begin? Whether it is with Twitch or with YouTube, and the fact that, you know, you go to your Twitch, man, you have some awesome save streams. Everybody needs to check it out. We'll definitely plug it, tell you where you can find him. But what's really cool is I love your aesthetic that you set up on your Twitch, because it's very nostalgia. And you pick these really cool deep cut games like that. What gave you the idea to do this in the first place? How did you get started in it? What was the interest? Give us the original story on that.
Well, the interest, when I first met on Twitch, it was I was following a group that's called they used to be called that hashtag show /Illuminati.
I love that. Illuminati. That's an awesome name.
It's an awesome name. But a couple of the friends of mine who were on there, who I still talk to, they started streaming Twitch with their own channels, and I started following them, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do this in the future. Because and it got me really hooked on it.
Yeah.
It's just to watch them to play like almost about every night on there, and then later on, I'll say about during pandemic around that time, it's like, no, it might as well just give it a
go,
try, give it a go. And my first game was that I streamed, which is basically just a screen in the background. They ain't all the fixtures and all that, no cams or nothing. It was Call of Duty, the Warzone.
Oh, awesome!
That was my first stream. It was Warzone.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Yeah. And you know, it's funny how many, like, a lot of people, sorry to step on you there, like a lot of people got into it during the pandemic because they're looking for new hobbies and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. That's kind of your foray. Sorry, Doug. Go ahead, bud.
Oh, I was just going to say, hey, we need to all get on Warzone. They're going back to Verdansk this
year. We coming back home, baby. We coming home. Oh, yeah. Vandex, we coming, honey.
They're bringing it back.
All my favorite spots are back now. I know where to go.
I know where to camp. No, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
I had to know the camp.
We got a friend Joe. He likes to hide in a bush. And
I know our friend Joe. He always hides in a bush. So
always hide in the bush, delay in the bushes. Hey, if you want to see the best me, or you guys still want to trying to find me or recruit me, I'll be at Farmland. That's where I'm going to be at.
Nice.
I'll be around Farmland. I always land there all the time. I was like, oh my gosh, there's Farmland. I'm going to go over there.
Oh, I know. I know. That's great.
Because hardly nobody be over there at Farmland.
Absolutely.
Hardly.
You know, and it's funny too, like on those maps, not like with a lot of the franchises, I can fondly think back to certain maps, whether it's Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, Call of Duty, even like we're talking like Battlefield 2, 3, like all of them. There's always spots on the map that were just kind of like that favorite spot to, like, get somebody. I don't know if you guys have that. If you look back and you're like, man, there's always maps across all these franchises where I know I love to just kind of like hang out. Halo, especially capture the flag. There's certain spots I wanted to hide to get that guy trying to get the flag.
That damn Beavers Creek map on
Oh
Halo.
my god, yes.
And the guy somehow to be at that very top of the rocket launching somebody. Like, who's that? Keep on shooting.
We got to throw a shout out to Joe again. Him and the laser sword. It makes me so
the laser sword. People with laser
out
swords.
Of nowhere like a ninja. Yeah,
man, makes you sick.
I love Halo.
It's fun. Are you excited about it being on PlayStation, or do you care less?
I'm not a fanboy.
Yeah, you like all of it.
Yeah,
I never got into it.
I love all of it. I love all systems. I'm not a dedicated fanboy in the rivalry. It's just dumb. It's like,
I'm with you, man.
Fighting over this.
I love all of it, but see, I was lucky in that. We met in my brother's booth, and the way we grew up was funny. Was like my brother and I would get those consoles, kind of like you and your sister. Like, we'd have a Super Nintendo, but we also have a Genesis. And then my dad was into PC gaming, which got me into that. So like we were fortunate enough growing up to have different exposures to that. And growing up with it, you just end up getting a love across all the systems. And I never really, I had leans. Like there was time like I was really having a 360, but that didn't mean that I missed out on PS2, to be honest with you. But I don't hate on it. I appreciate it for what it is. And like you said, I love all of it. Man, I'm even that way now, man. Like to me, it's more about practicality now that I'm older. It's like in my living room, it's my PlayStation. But I got my gaming PC. I still got a Steam Deck, I Switch, all those kinds of things. Like, it's all good, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love your attitude on that. We're definitely kindred spirits there.
I'm exactly with you because it's kind of funny around that time when the first gen is coming in, and then the second gen's coming in to like the Xbox that just came into the game. That so my mom and dad, it's like, all right, you got two choices.
Yeah.
You want the PlayStation or the Xbox? I'm just like, I'm a rebel.
What'd you do?
I'm an outsider.
What'd you pick?
Xbox.
Hey, there we go.
I'm an outsider.
I did
I'm
the
an
same
outsider.
thing.
Yeah. At that time, Xbox really was kind of the outsider, if you remember, because like, a lot of people are like, nah, stick with what you know, PlayStation.
So you got the red ring of death there.
And then you got the red ring of
death. Yeah, I was like, should I fix it or just go ahead, just leave it as it is and it get in there one because So I just went ahead and bought a new one. Kept my original Xbox 360. Just remembrance. I got the box and everything and everything. Just a remembrance because that's like a piece of history. So it's like,
well, it was a beautiful console.
It really was. Had great library game.
Beautiful.
I took my first one apart because I do technology for a living, so I'm used to it. But I remember taking my first one apart after the red ring, and I put new heatsink tape paste on it, and then I re-put the thing. It worked. I remember playing Oblivion on it for like maybe an hour, and then it red ringed again, and I was like, dang it! I knew I was gonna have to had to replace the dumb thing. Now you were a Sega guy though. Did you ever have a Dreamcast?
I missed out on
it was
that.
amazing. I thought
that's a good one.
Yeah. They had a lot of good games, but when I come to the booth, I will get me a Dreamcast.
Oh,
I think Brian's got one. Yeah,
we can hook you up, man.
I'm gonna text him right now. And say,
that's right.
Get your Dreamcast up.
Oh, he'll hook you up, and you're nearby, so like you live in the same state as us. We could hang out. Be careful what you wish for, man. When you want something, that dude will find it for you. He is sharp, so he'll be your connection to anything you want to find, man.
Hey, I'm all in. I'm all ready. I will pay y'all right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, I missed out on the Dreamcast. But I had a couple of the friends who had the Dreamcast, and
they had some really good titles.
Yeah. And because at that time, like I had the Nintendo 64. So
yeah.
64 at that time. So it's like
it was a strange time. Then you still had some carts coming out, but then you switched to CD. And we get into DVD, Blu-ray after that.
Yeah, it was definitely weird.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever go back and look at the Christmas catalogs from that time from like Toys R Us?
Oh yeah, I do.
And you ever just seen like on the full spread they'll have like they'll have Game Boy, it's just crazy. The consoles that were all out at the same time, and then the games that they had out. You look at that and just like,
it was a very wide range of technology.
yeah, and the prices. You're like, dang,
dang. I know, it's like, man, I had to wish the prices were the same. If it'll be easy for everybody. But that we had Toys R Us at the catalog before Christmas, and then where I'm at around that region. So I always like on the Kansas City side of the region, since I'm almost close to the middle of the state. So that we had like Funkoland catalogs. And
I never had those.
I didn't get those either.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, what do we got over here? They got some deals. Got this is for like $19.99.
I know, it's so cool to go back and look at those.
$99.99. That's like, dang.
All right, Doug.
Those were the good old days.
I think, Doug, you got the next one, buddy. I'm sorry, I mean to hog them there.
I'm gonna do a two-parter on you here. So, when you approach Twitch and YouTube, do you do it differently in terms of your content or your audience? And then, how do you decide what to stream on these? Do you like plan out your next video, or just do something spontaneous?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question. I streamed it just both like the retro and modern and today.
I love that.
Today's one. So planning on the what game I stream, just spontaneous. I just think outside the box. Because I was like, you know what, I might stream this, and then once I start streaming, I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna stream this.
I like it. See more fluid on
more fluid. Because I'm terrible at scheduling. I tell you that right now. I am terrible at scheduling. I just streamed. I'll do
when you feel like it.
When I feel I like it, and then I'll let everybody know in my Instagram stories or whatever. It's like, hey, I'm planning on streaming on this day, this certain day, and this time.
That's awesome. But it's more organic that way if you're more fluid about like what you feel like. I mean, we do like retro reviews, and Doug and I wouldn't say we plan them out. It's more like, what game I love, and we'll just pick one and we're like, you know what, I feel like doing one. Let's just do that. And it's more organic, kind of like what you're talking about, like with your content. And I don't know, there's something more real about that, I think, than if you overly plan it.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, it's like, should I stream this or stream that? I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, how about I'll stream Tiny Toons at the Acme, the All Stars, Sega Genesis or something like that. Or
great game.
Or Acme All Stars. So we could play some little sports.
That's right.
Coming up.
You can't go wrong. So up to this point, what's been your favorite stream or video that you've created so far, and why?
Streamer video.
Or did you maybe have the most fun with? Oh gosh. Give me on the YouTube or Twitch. Anything. Any of your stuff that you've made. Yeah.
To be honest, I would say my my convention videos.
Oh yeah.
The vlog videos.
You do a lot of travel videos, actually. I was looking at your catalog last night, and dude, you go all over. I love your travel videos. You were just recently at the KC Comic Con. And
I wish I had missed y'all.
If I would have known you were there, we could have synced up, man.
Hooked up, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was only there for Saturday with my sister. So
we only go one day.
Saturday, yeah.
1 day. Oh,
yeah, we do the same thing because I'm like, man, I'm exhausted after 1 day. I can't imagine people get hotels and stay for like they're hardcore. Like I can't. I'm exhausted.
Days,
so expensive nowadays.
It is.
Like, where'd y'all get your money from?
Oh. Probably just put it on credit card to see some of the people.
Credit card, or they must have borrowed the Bowser's coins.
Yeah,
coins or Sonic ring.
Exactly, it's crazy, expensive.
It's crazy,
but it was good though. Sorry, I didn't mean to step over you there though.
Oh no, sorry. What was y'all's favorite booth over there?
Ooh.
So I'll start that off.
I'll let you
Keith
start.
And I, he took me 3 years ago.
I did,
and he got the craziest looking coffee cup ever. So for the last 3 years, I hate to say we were looking for a coffee cup.
We were
looking for a coffee cup.
I normally
for a coffee cup.
Well, here's the deal. I normally have one near me because I use them all the time. So
yeah, we got to show those on the.
We will. I'll throw a picture up of them. But basically, they're just a normal coffee cup. There's nothing special about them. There's a ceramic, but they sandblast them, and they put you name the video game or movie reference, they will put it in there. Like they sandblast it in so you can wash it in the dishwasher. I use them every day. So yeah, and he hasn't been back the last 2 years, Doug.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, that first year I went with you.
Yeah, we were looking for him. I noticed this year there was a lot more artists, and I don't know if just because of like a lot of people are work challenged right now and that sort of thing, and a lot, but there seems to be a lot more artists this year.
A ton.
Yeah, but we've been kind of getting back into Dungeons and Dragons, so this year is different for us in that a lot of them booths have like dice and things like that we normally wouldn't have looked at. But I have to say my favorite was, if you looked at our last episode, was I was on the hunt for one particular comic book, and one dude had it, and we went to like every single one of them comic book
we went
booths.
to a lot.
And so I had to say is just like that one particular booth was for me. What about you, man? We didn't take time to meet any celebrities. You you met Christopher Lloyd, for crying out loud.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah. I was like, oh no, he was the funny. The PS of my sister that was almost getting tired, and they go home outside. I was like, this is Christopher Lloyd, and then this is the last shortest line. So I was like, sis, if we don't meet Christopher Lloyd, it will be the biggest regret for the rest of your life, because you will never ever meet him again.
That's true.
So you never know. So I was like, we got to get in there.
Are you get in there? Both you and your sister Back to the Future fans, or is it just you? Because I know you're a Back to the Future fan.
Yeah. I mean, the both of us are. Yeah. The both of us are. I'm a huge Christopher Lloyd fan.
Just in general.
Back to the Future.
Yep.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Tons of stuff. He's had some bangers.
And I don't care what anyone says, he will always be my Fester, my Uncle Fester. That's my Uncle Fester.
I was fan with.
Fight me. Fight me. He's my Uncle Fester. Fight me.
He's awesome. You're right.
He is a legend. And I met him, and they asked him a question like, yo, what was it like to working with the late great Raul Julia, aka Gomez? And he's like, oh, he is a phenomenal actor. And then you could tell that they were love brothers. That they were like real brotherhood. Those two. And I was like, man, I would do anything just to bring them back. Just give us one more ounce family. Just one more ounce family. But the Raw Julia, he's a legendary.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Plus a legendary General Bison off of Street Fighter. He is Bison. He's Bison.
That is true. That is awesome, man. I love it. While we're talking about that, you did a video, and I have to ask, and you had gotten the Back to the Future shoes, right?
Yeah.
The ones from part 2 that self-lace, they were the Nikes. You did that video. First of all, do you wear those, or do they sit them on you? How'd you come about?
I would never wear those. I would never wear those. If you shoot, even wear them and anything and scuff on, that's a wrap. You'd be mad at yourself.
Can't get those dirty.
No.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, and speaking of, shout out to the homie Thomas, aka the Bulls Air. He made those. Those are the company who made them.
Bulls Air. I've seen their stuff. Yep.
Yeah, they've seen their stuff, and then plus they're coming out with the Legend of Zelda shoes. So
awesome. And they have some
stuff.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones. They had like a buckle on them, kind of like I don't know. I've seen different versions of what they're coming out with. They've got some really cool lines out there.
Oh yeah, those guys are amazing. They're very, very talented, and especially their designs and their ideas. It's ridiculous, and that's why it's like no wonder I'm broke right now. Messing with them, that's why I'm broke.
There's so many cool things out there to get.
Yeah, the PS. Hey, maybe in the future, they probably go ask them. It's like, hey, can you do like a custom the Wired Nerdy?
Dude, I love it. Wired Nerdy sneaks.
Yeah, Wired Nerdy sneaks.
I tell you what,
he could do it.
The left shoe could be Wired Nerdy, and the right could be RetroBearOG. There'll be a pair.
I like it.
Snap. I like it. I like that. If you're hearing this,
I know. There you go. It's happening.
Nice.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, Doug, you got the next one, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, your Back to the Future shoes, awesome. We've seen some other stuff in your incredible collection. What's your personal holy grail? Like, once you got it, yep, I've got it. This is awesome.
Well, let me see. Let's take a look over here, y'all.
Oh, look at that. He's got such a cool spread in the back. By the way, everybody's wondering, mine's not real. I just wanted you to know that because I'm not as cool as him. I'm in a closet.
I got the power armor helmet.
Doug's is real.
Doug's is real. Let me see. Man, there are so many collections I got. I
Well,
know the
Or
homies
which
gave
one
me-
is a favorite of yours? Yeah.
Yeah. Or does any of them have a story behind them that kind of just sticks to
Ooh,
you when you
yeah, I
found
like
it?
that.
I would say about these two custom made Nintendo. It's the same guy who made all the custom Legend of Zelda, the
Oh, yeah.
self screen and all that stuff.
Oh,
Awesome.
very cool.
Yeah, so he made Yo MTV Raps
Oh, yeah.
one right here,
Well, and they look
They
fantastic.
look amazing.
in the light up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
And then-
Nice.
And I used to have Funhouse,
Mhm.
custom made the Funhouse, the game show Funhouse and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that wasn't for me.
Mhm.
I gifted to JD Roth, who
Awesome.
hosted it,
Awesome.
nice.
he sent me back one of the most rarest jacket or kind of like a Letterman's jacket, and it was from the pilot the episode.
Really?
So yeah,
That's
hang
a
on.
Oh,
great
this is
story.
good.
Oh, we got to
This is-
see this. Yeah,
this is
yeah.
going to be awesome. That's so
This is
cool when you
Very cool.
something like that happens and you get something unexpected like that.
Yeah,
That's really
because-
cool.
Yeah, because it was one of the coolest things I ever had.
And probably unexpected too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unexpected. Yeah, this is from the pilot the episode that he wore.
Oh,
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like it's in
JD.
amazing
Dope.
shape too. You
Look at
guys,
that.
It's in
took
amazing
care of it.
shape. So this
Wow.
is, and then to
Very
this
cool.
day, I still talk to him almost like the once in a while because
Yeah.
because I do make Funhouse contestant shirts and all
Oh,
that.
that's
the
cool.
red and
Oh,
gold and all
nice.
that.
Yeah. That's awesome. How'd you meet him? Like, did you go to a con or something? Or how'd you?
No, I went on his his Twitter.
Mhm.
I don't call it X. I'm gonna call it Twitter.
Because you're
I
OG.
was to Twitter.
You're
Oh,
OG
yeah, I'm
bet you're
OG,
back.
so exactly. So I followed him a while back, and I took a picture of the Funhouse custom made the NES, and I just went for it. DM him, and then he to reply back, "Oh my gosh, I'm so blown away." It's like, man, what an honor. Well, since you give me that, then I'm going to hook you up with something that
That's
no
so
one
cool.
has and everything. And yeah, and that was it.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's a great piece. Yeah.
In my second favorite collection, ooh, you know what? It's a tie.
Uh-oh.
We got
This is
something
a
else.
tie.
Yeah.
So I got these bad boys signed.
Oh, wow.
Remember the Legend of the Hidden Temple?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that show. Yeah.
Yeah, so a
Dude.
pennant signed by Olmec D. Baker.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
That's so cool.
And
That is
also,
awesome.
I got this Funko Pop Gargoyles
Yes, Gargoyles. Love that show.
Yeah.
signed by Mr. Goliath himself, Keith David.
Dude, I love him.
You've got some
Oh,
great stuff in your collection. Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
I think
But
he
my-
did some voices in Halo, didn't he? I thought
I think he did too.
he did a lot of voices though, because he has a great voice. Oh, that's so cool, man. Wow, you have some amazing stuff in that collection.
And my last favorite collection,
Ah,
your brother.
Hey.
you bought that from my brother. That's that 3DO.
Yeah.
Very
Now
nice.
wait, you bought Road Rash with that, right?
Yeah, Road Rash.
Did you get
And,
any others yet?
Crazy part is the one of my friends randomly sent me this out of the blue. It was I didn't even have a clue because I was talking about it, and then he hooked me up with this.
Oh,
Oh, very
look at
nice.
that!
Look at the cover.
So
Wow,
yeah,
and the
it's a
boxes.
cool-
That's one of the later jewel cases, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
yeah, the later jewel cases.
yeah, because they had the long boxes before, didn't they?
Yeah, the Road Rash. Yeah,
Yeah.
the long boxes are like this.
I kind of like
Yeah.
the long boxes. PS1 did the long boxes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They did.
I think that they did. So yeah, so
I need to
Yeah,
find
that's-
you Super Wing Commander for the 3DO. I need to find that for you. I'll talk
Oh,
to
really?
Brian.
Oh, Brian
okay.
can
So
find
we
you
could
that.
talk about it at the
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Con.
Yeah.
the Como-Con.
You plan on
Which,
going?
By the way, oh heck yeah!
Yeah.
Because that was like a great convention.
Mhm.
You know, and then the plus one of the closest conventions I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I made a lot more friends out there. Like you guys,
Yeah.
and finally met Mr. Rightway,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
the Neil
Yeah.
Ness
Yeah.
too. I first met him over there too. So
Yeah. They're great dudes.
awesome. Yeah, they're great crews. And I hung out with him
Mhm.
and the Sonars, him,
Sumner. Yeah.
the Sonar, and with his family. Oh, they're all just amazing people.
They are.
Amazing peaceful people. So
Well,
I
I have
can't wait to come back.
I have to ask you. It's later on our list here, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask you because we're on the
Yeah, go
topic.
ahead.
You got to tell me the story about the infamous burger you had dining with Rightway and Ness. What are they always talking about this burger? What are they always dogging you for? What happened?
Man.
I want to hear it from the source.
The source. Okay,
They said you couldn't finish it. It was too big, and you talked a big game.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm starting podcast wars now.
Start a podcast to try to stir it up there. It's just add the flames.
Yep.
Well,
So what's the story?
Well, okay. So, this is my own fault. Because like I ate the meat before I got up there. So
yeah.
So we all hung out after the show after we got helping people with the arcade all packed up and there to go, and we went up to this road where that they normally they hang out with during the football games and stuff. So we went in there, and I think it's kind of like a almost like Italian type of like a mob of like a little mob at the restaurant over there. So that they had pretty good food up there. I think Rightway had some, and the Neil Ness had some, and then everyone else something else. And I was like, okay. I was like, oh, this looks good. This burger, and then the one that it brought out, it was a huge burger,
and you had already eaten.
Yeah. So I ate some of it because I was at that point like, no, I just take it to go box, and ever since then they just
I know they trolling
you on me. Yeah, they trolled the hell out of me. So which is what I'm going to do. It's like once the 19th hits next month, I would make sure I'm eat little.
That's right. So you can have it all.
Like a cheese, like meat and cheese, cheese, and some crackers.
I like it. That's
and
awesome.
Then drive up there, so I will redeem myself.
I had to ask.
This is my redemption.
They like trolling you about that burger. I want to know what was up with that. So that makes sense. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be there. We're hosting a panel. You're gonna be there. Like this is gonna be great.
I'm gonna film y'all too.
Dude, it's gonna be awesome. We're excited about it. So like. You go to conventions. Yeah, it's just like a family. We are family. So
we're all family.
So you go to conventions and you do a lot of travel. I'm sure you go to like game stores. I mean, everybody has a strategy like when growing their collection, looking for certain things. What's your strategy to grow your collection most? Now, you're into not just like video game collecting. Obviously, you have some awesome toys and things like that. Where do you find the best of luck with what you're looking for? I mean, you showcase some awesome items behind you. What's your strategy, man? What would you give advice to somebody that's collecting, like where to go, where are the places to look? What's stuff that you've learned?
I learned that nothing wrong with going to look at the eBay, see what they got from the original or retrospective. It's very rare to find the collections of these toys that they might be new, it might be old, but hey, if it's still a good deal, then go ahead and go for it.
Yeah.
And plus the conventions, the same thing that you might find over at these booths up in the collections that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Whether it's just like TMNT or Gargoyles or the Land of the Lost, or
is it a deal where you look so much at all these different places that you kind of have a general sense of what the price they're going for, so you know that you don't overpay at a convention or on eBay? Like, is that how you kind of school yourself on what is the going rate for like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure, for example, that's closed in box? I mean, is that a thing that after you are looking for so long, you just kind of get a sense for what the going rate is?
Yeah, to kind of get a sense, because I basically learned it through the homegirl, the Queen G22.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. She has some great content.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's a handful. Now her and the yellow one. Another friend of mine. She's my twin birthday. That's why. I like
that's awesome.
Twin.
Yeah.
our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sensei, who always defined the good deals for us. Sensei, what we like to call him, the movie man.
Oh yeah,
The movie man. Yeah. He's a huge. The her and the him and the yellow one, that they're huge Back to the Future fans. So that they're
that's
also,
cool.
And also Ron DeFaro, my friend Ron. They usually to look out these websites and stuff to see the different price range and all that. They see if it's a good deal or a bad deal.
So you lean into your network of friends too, who are experts in this. That's smart. That's really smart. With all the people
Always have friends who are dedicated to action figures and toys and the deals, because they know what they're doing.
That's awesome.
Because, like I said, I'm the more in the back of like a protege still type, but still.
Yeah. But you're growing. You're getting there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's growing. Because they know a lot more stuff on that than I do. So I was like, okay, I just listen, focus, and learn, and in the future I'll find some good deals. So.
Good to have friends. Yeah.
Definitely. Always have friends in low places and high places.
And high places.
And low
and mediums.
places.
Exactly. All right, Doug, I think you're up, buddy.
Yeah, you got that 3DO, but are there any other specific systems or games you're looking for? We got the con coming up. I'm sure maybe if you mention something now, Brian's going to find it for you.
You already mentioned that Dreamcast. Maybe there's something else you're looking for.
Yeah,
there,
the Dreamcast. They're looking for a Dreamcast. They're looking for Turbo Graphics. Looking for...
He's going to list all of them.
Looking for that Jaguar. Looking for the Sega CD.
Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
You got NES Bank money, maybe.
Speaking of Neo Geo, those are one of the most expensive.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we tease him. That's why we tease him about having all that money. Because now I do love about him when we had him on. His origin story when we got to that part was he talked about I'm gonna start collecting, and he goes and picks the most expensive difficult one. Yeah. But you know what? I admire him for it, because that's you're gonna do something, do it right, man. I mean, go for it. So that's awesome. So
speaking of Neo Geo, shoot, you better be the one of them lucky kids at that time when you were on the show VL Power, and you somehow to make it to the finals, and then somehow they find the secret game that you'll mess around, have the Neo Geo console. So it's like, man, do you know how much some damn things cost?
They're expensive.
That's expensive,
dude. Let alone the games.
Ooh, jeez, you better be glad that you're going to win the Neo Geo system off of that show.
It's why I didn't know a lot of people growing up that had a Neo Geo, because they couldn't afford them. They're expensive.
No, that we were all broke at that time.
Right.
Shoot, they better have money.
Exactly, it's expensive. So
yeah, they're very expensive.
How do you balance collecting with playing? And would you say that you're more of a curator or a gamer at heart? I know that's kind of hard. You like both.
I'm the more a gamer at heart.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer at heart.
Yeah, and I can tell with your Twitches. You just love playing them. That's awesome.
Whether it's a system, like consoles, today, modern consoles, or heck, even in PCs.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're huge. Big box PC games are getting harder and harder to find too.
Yeah, the wish I still kept most of my PC boxes, because my most addicting game from the PC, the wish that no one knows, but you have to be the first one, was the very first Roller Coaster Tycoon. I was addicted to that game like nonstop.
Oh, you're taking it back.
I love that
Roller
game.
Coaster Tycoon,
dude. And they re-released that on the Switch not too long ago.
Kind of bumped up the graphics and stuff. Yeah,
a little bit.
Oh, wow.
But that's the thing I loved about it was, and the cool thing is, I read this article about that game. Fun fact: I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. It was made in what was called assembly language. Now, that's an old school programming language that's meant for running manufacturing equipment. Because the guy, I think it was Sawyer was his last name.
Chris Sawyer. Yeah.
Chris, thank you. And he made that, and he made Transport Tycoon. Now, why is that important? That, as a result of that language, because it's very efficient, it can run on anything. So you can port that to anything, and it can that's how it handles all the park guests. You know how they would run around, you'd have all the people throwing up and all that. There's a lot of math. Well, assembly language is really good, and it doesn't slow your system down. That's why you can have thousands of people in the park. and it never chugs.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter what system you put it on. It's because it was made in an old assembly language, programming language. A fun fact for the day, so you know.
Oh wow!
You triggered that memory for me there.
Oh wow! I never know that. Shoot.
Yeah,
that's all the new to me.
Yeah, it's a great game though. I still go back and play that game. It is.
Yeah, me too. Which is, I mean, I play on Steam.
Oh yeah,
or
Good Old Games. They sell like old PC games. GOG, I think they call themselves now. They you can buy them. They're real cheap, like a couple bucks, and they run great even on like Windows and stuff. So
yeah, because I know that they made a theme park game a long time ago, but to be honest, I think the original Roller Coaster Tycoon set the bar out.
I agree.
If it wasn't for them, there would have been no Planet Coaster. There wouldn't have been no. There was a Disney Imagination roller coaster.
Yeah.
Now so Roller Coaster Tycoon set the bar, and they basically paved the way for it. So that's why we got Planet Coaster 2 now.
That's right. That's right. And I've played. There was a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. It just it's all right.
It didn't hit the same as the first one.
Yeah,
it's fine, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Now today it's just a continuation from the original, because we had the expansion pack and the corkscrew edition.
Oh yeah.
So
I love building those coasters, and then when you test them, and the little dummies would like fly off the tracks and stuff.
You got the ragdoll physics. Yeah.
Were you guys like being the savage one, or
I see where he's going here.
I know where he's going.
Evil to
is this
grab the guests,
and
drop them into the pond,
dude,
watch them drown
all the time, dude. I'm the guy that when the first Sims came out, you would just put them in like a swimming pool and then no ladder.
Thunder here.
Yeah, no ladder.
Because I was gonna say, I'm the same guy that puts my sim in a house and launches fireworks inside the house.
Speaking of the Sims, what was y'all's favorite expansion pack?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
They added additional jobs. So I played the very first one the most on PC. And I remember they
still have the box.
Yeah, I bet you do. And like I love it when they started expanding the different jobs that you could get. Now my kids are older now. They're like teenagers and in their 20s, but they played Sims 3 and 4, and they still even today play Sims 4. Like the amount of expansions that they have. I don't play it as much. Like I don't play it myself, but they absolutely love it. That game is hot right now. I mean, it's like still super popular. Doug, I don't know if did you ever get into the expansions on The Sims?
Sims 3, I've spent so many hours on Sims 3. The things that I liked are, I guess, the accessories, not to say that the other stuff wasn't cool, but I actually use Sims to partially plan the house that I'm living in right now.
It's actually a really good idea.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea. You look at all these other things to plan building a house, and it costs tons of money.
That's a great idea.
And plan your house. Yeah,
I never thought about that.
I never thought about that either. That's a great idea, Doug.
But I think some of my favorite packs, and I had to look it up, make sure I call it, were like the pets. I mean, pet is a whole different thing.
Pets,
and then the 70s, 80s, 90s stuff, like back in my day, like getting retro stuff, that was cool.
I still remember, sorry, go ahead.
Mine was the vacation.
Oh yeah,
and
getting to travel somewhere and do different stuff. Yeah,
that and the hot date.
Oh yeah,
the hot date.
Depending on what age you were when you were playing.
Yeah, with the hot date, because the daters gets all mad or to mess up, to mess around, throw
stuff in your face.
Yeah.
It looks funny.
It's so much fun role playing, and it was also fun too. Like
I love it.
I was gonna say, like, I love like building an arcade in like your house. Like when they added like the arcades and all that
arcade stuff. Yeah,
it's like a big game house. That's where I think that's the appeal to it. So it's pretty cool that it's still there though. So.
Yeah, I feel like The Sims kind of help us out on what the future might set.
Every time the bills would come in the mailbox, you're like,
yeah, the bills.
Still that way now.
Yeah, they're just like Doug. They're just like, yep, I think I'm going to build me a future house, and
dude,
it's going to happen. It's like, dang,
that's a good idea, man. You see,
awesome.
Doug's next level. He elevates the thinking for me there, so he gives me all these crazy ideas.
I'm going to get on a very tiny soapbox of
Uh-oh.
EA has killed some stuff that's great, but
They have.
shout out to
Yeah.
Maxis and shout out to the Sims, shout out to
Yeah.
SimCity, all that stuff. And then
SimCity.
big old EA comes in and let's microtransaction this.
Yeah, I know.
Always have to touch anything that ruins.
I'll step off my soapbox because we're got other things to talk about.
Doug, we don't have that much time, my friend.
No, we do not.
Yeah, the Maxis, they're always bringing out good games and all that. I gotta give them props. But yeah, that's SimCity. 3000 was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess I love the music too.
Oh yeah.
The music that just
it was nice
so
and peaceful.
relaxing.
You're there making roads and doing water.
It you know what? It feels like the music in SimCity
came over, took over.
Exactly. That's right. They took it over. I feel like the music in Sin City. Sorry, that's by
Sin City.
That's the comic book. Sorry, y'all. That's Vegas. In Sim City.
Sim. There you go.
I feel like the music in that is akin to like Minecraft today. You guys heard like the Minecraft music? It's very zen. You can like meditate to it. It kind of reminds me of that. The old Sim City music. So very cool.
Shout out to way back in the day. I was in middle school. I actually taught a summer school class on how to play Sim City.
Actually, sounds like a cool class.
Yeah,
that is a cool class.
Which version did you have them playing?
The first one.
Like
first
OG,
one? Old OG.
Like all the flat, nothing was really 3D yet.
Did you guys ever play that on the Super Nintendo, the port? Like it
was hard to control.
The menus?
I didn't have the Super Nintendo mouse. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the mouse because it had Mario Paint.
I do.
Yeah.
It had the Mario Paint mouse pad on there, which is the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah. At that time, it's pretty.
I think I played it enough just to trigger an earthquake or something like that.
Trigger that earthquake.
That's right. Natural disasters will get you every time. That and taxes.
Blame it on the UFOs, kidnapping people, destroy things.
It was fun to like build all that up, and then when you're sick of the town, you're just like, gonna destroy it all.
When the humans attack on Mars.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna reel us back in here. So, Doug, I'm gonna have you take this next one.
Yeah, we've seen you go to quite a few different conventions and gaming events. Do you have a favorite one, or do you have one that you have really good memories of?
Well, of course, the Como, the Como Gaming Con.
I hope you're saving up right now. Because it's going to be bigger.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
It's going to be a bigger venue. It's a bigger
venue.
Venue means more vendors, more. Because I think you said it last year. You were talking about. I think you said that you see this as really taking off, and this year's proof of what you said last year in your video because
it's taking off.
They're in a bigger venue, so there's going to be more stuff there for you to look at, man.
Sumner's been doing a really good job. Shout out to Sumner.
Sumner. Yeah, man. The props to him and his family too. And now the look of where it's going, like the bigger venue, like we all said, the bigger venue, and then him teaming up with
Casey
Retro.
Yeah,
that's a huge accomplishment. See, if you keep doing what you're doing, all the good things will come up, and that's the one of them. So, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, the Como, the gaming convention is the one of them. I went to Torque Gaming up in Columbus,
Ohio. Yeah.
That's cool. That one's growing big too. But that was a fun trip out there, and of course, but
cool.
Yeah. So
cool.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Those are my top
ones that
favorites.
Top three.
Those are my top three.
Well, now you can go to Old Timer Games booth and tell them that you get the family discount. So there you go.
Hey,
just tell them to get that family discount.
The discount. While I'm filming everybody,
holding his Dreamcast.
Hold my Dreamcast. So like achievement unlocked. I have the bottom of it. Achievement unlocked. They finally got the Dreamcast.
There you go. All right, Doug, you get the next one, bud.
Yeah, so we look at time and budget. We all have jobs. We are busy. We try to fit in gaming. But if the time and budget were no object, do you have a big retro project or some kind of dream streaming event that you would love to do?
What would you do if you had unlimited resources? What would you do?
Oh my gosh!
I know, tough question.
We like to ask the tough questions.
We're hard hitting, like Barbara Walters. We won't make you cry though.
Try not to. Yeah.
I would stream myself in a blank rental store, and then start building like a barcade.
Oh,
very nice.
So you would show the
Like
progression.
a how-to, yeah.
You would show
Yeah,
the
the
progression
progression.
of how to build the barcade.
Yeah.
Very good.
Dude, nice.
it.
I bet you get a lot of viewers on that one.
Oh yeah, they probably will. So all right, y'all, look, listen, and learn.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we'll get you some sponsors and you can like do that. There you go.
Yeah, sponsors. Yeah, yeah, that will be gratitude.
Exactly.
That'll be gratitude.
So with all of this, I mean, you go to these conventions, you're in the retro scene. Like, where do you see retro gaming headed in the next 5 to 10 years? And I mean, the big thing on that is there's a lot of people that are upset. I mean, you saw the Nintendo Direct where they're doing the virtual carts, things like that.
Yeah.
There may not be a CD drive on the next version of Xbox or the next version of PlayStation. Like, how do you feel about all that as somebody who is retro game? Like, where do you see this going? What are your thoughts on that, man?
Oh man, just a heartbreaking.
It's sad.
Just a heartbreak that how everything is starting to transition from that. I'm gonna say in the future it might backfire on them in the future if it's not going well.
Like with the copyrights, or if they take digital things away from you. I know that's a big complaint, right? If you buy
That's what I was
something,
going to say, Keith. Is do we really own these games? Not to start another conversation, but everything is digital. Everything is you don't have the subscription anymore. Your game's taken away.
Yeah, the game's taken away. So I'm gonna say people is gonna get more of a hard physical copy as much as possible before that's all.
They're gonna lean into it.
They're going to lean more to physical hard copies.
That's a good point.
And then they will realize it's like, gosh, we really messed this was up. I think that it's like the worst idea that we ever did. Like, well, of course, because you practically just killed it.
Yeah, and and there are companies out there that could blow up bigger than they already are. Like Limited Run, they're big on they'll go grab digital games that are indie and then they'll release them physically. I think it's great that companies like that are doing that. Maybe that market will kind of become the replacement for some physical too.
Oh yeah, the Limited Run is a good source to have a physical copy, but sometimes they can stretch you out too.
They can.
They can stretch you out because for the months and months for waiting for them to
release.
The release the 4-hour like Ninja Turtles shirt reface and all that. It takes forever. Or even the Double Dragon Battletoads, Double Dragon.
Yeah. I've heard those stories.
Forever.
People, I think it was A Omega was talking about he had ordered something on there and it took like 6 months or more for it to come in. Like it is. You're right. They don't have that down yet, and how to scale. And that's kind of makes me wonder what you said about like as people lean more into physicals. Are they suffering from the ability to scale? They can't keep up with that demand. If that demand's growing, like you're saying, that it very well could be.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll just enjoy it while we got it, right?
Yeah. Just enjoy the ride as long as possible.
I love it.
But the people will be leaning on.
All right.
Physical copies.
Very cool. Yeah. All right, Doug, you get the next one, man. Just for fun category.
What's one game you always look back to, no matter how many times you play it, you're always going to pick it back up?
Star Fox.
Great
awesome. Game. Yeah.
Super Nintendo Star Fox.
Did you play the unreleased version? I know it's on ROM. It's like Star Fox 2 that they did not release. Or did they release it? I can't remember.
They released it on the Super Nintendo Classic.
That's what it was. That's what I was trying to remember. Thank you for that. I forgot about that.
Nintendo Classic.
Did you play that?
Yeah, I actually played it. Yeah, it was cool. At the same time, I was like, I don't know what they trying to do on the second one because I'm kind of confused on how everything goes. But I can see, I can see a lot of the reference from
the first one.
It. Yeah, from the first one to from nowadays, like from their last release, or was it Star Fox Zero?
Yeah,
where you could change your ships into so that's where it came from, Star Fox 2 and everything.
Yeah,
I kind of wish they would keep original format
Yeah.
from the first one that they did, and then to like continuation of the story, so like new bosses and all that.
I agree, because those little chat windows that popped up with the characters, like Toad and all them, like, I don't know, it's kind of neat how they did the story on it. I did too. I wish they would have
that was cool.
made it a little better. Star Fox is a great game, and I love the controls. Controls are tight.
Yeah, I love it. I'm doing all the tricks over there so many times and all that, and showing off a little bit.
They doing the barrel rolls and those kinds of things.
That could be definitely added to my arm too. I'll probably get the old school arm wings.
Oh yeah, there you go.
At the bomber
that is really cool.
I like it.
I was going to say, as such a huge fan of Star Fox, you got to know all the secrets, all the asteroids to shoot, and then go to the portals and the
through the portals and the asteroids, and those are the wild ones, and especially with oh gosh, I forgot which level it was, but it takes you to Nowhere's Land.
Nowhere Land, yeah, I remember that.
Nowhere Land. If you find the eagle or the bird or something, when you get up close and all that. But my favorite planet from it is so many. Hey, I would say the Frontier.
Frontier,
that music.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That huge creatures.
That'd be a great game for them to remaster, like full remaster. I think if they kept the controls and they kept. Now, I don't know. It'd be weird if they put actual textures on the polygon, ships and stuff.
No, I like it that they would keep it classic. Hopefully.
Oh, you think? Okay.
And then Star Fox 64, we get some new generation.
I never played that,
but it was still good.
Oh, you need to play.
Was it good?
You need to play.
Good.
Yeah, it was really good. It's kind of like an updated version from Super Nintendo.
It's because the 64 could handle that much better than the parallaxing that the Super Nintendo did. Okay. All right. I'll go back. You guys convinced me.
Rumble pack in your controller.
Rumble pack.
Remember that? I'll go back. I'll give it a shot.
I like the train. I love the train level off of there with the train.
Yes. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and check that out. So you guys convinced me.
Definitely gotta check.
You didn't have to twist my arm very hard though. So
all right, twisting your arm already. Like,
I know.
Play.
Check it out. All right, guys. So this has been an awesome conversation. We're not fully done yet though, because if you know Retro Bear OG, we like to round this out with what we call rapid fire questions, because here at Wired Nerdy Podcast, we want to get to know you better in your geekdom, and I think you are going to be perfect for these rapid fires. So you ready to play?
Oh boy.
There are no wrong answers. There's no judgment. We're not fanboys here. It's okay to have a position on things. We just want to dive in to your geekdom and your nerdiness, and let's see where we go. So Doug, I'm gonna have you ask the very first one, and you can give a why. You can tell us the answer and then give us the why. So let's do some rapid fire here.
Yeah, we kind of gave him this at the beginning. We did. I don't know if he's been thinking about it.
He might.
Marvel or DC? That's a big question there.
Oh no. Especially since you're so equal opportunity, you love everything. So this is gonna be hard for you.
Yeah, I love everything. It's hard. Oh, the one y'all had to give me these.
Oh, there's some really hard ones coming up here.
Oh, this one, yeah.
This one's Kate.
Okay.
No wrong answer.
Okay. I will say Marvel.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
All right. What's it about Marvel that's your draw, man? Like the why?
Because the Avengers.
Avengers. You just love the Avengers, man.
It's just I love the connections and how that crossover.
Yeah.
Even though I love DC too, because my favorite superhero is Batman, of course.
Batman's awesome. Yeah.
Batman's awesome. Yeah. But the Marvel, Iron Man.
Okay. Which I get it. That's all right, man. That's a good one. They got money. Like what was that in the Snyder cut? Flash asked Batman, Ben Affleck, what's your superpower? And he goes, I'm rich. He's like Neo Ness. I guess rich. Neo Ness is like a superhero. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that one.
There you go. So once you see him,
I'm gonna troll him. Don't worry. He's used to it though. I always troll him. I light him up in his chat all the time, and he's a great guy. I love him to death.
I see you.
That's right.
I see you, Keith.
Talking about Avengers, have you seen the announcement for Doomsday and the cast of characters?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that's lot.
That's what I'm waiting for.
They gotta counter. I've heard that they're going to somehow tie Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark snap into Doomsday. So they're probably going to do some kind of an Infinite Worlds kind of a thing, I'm sure. It'll be interesting. But Disney needs to kind of step up. It hasn't been the same since Infinity War ended.
Some misses lately.
It has. Yeah. Hasn't been the same.
A lot of hit and misses. And a lot of hit and misses. So
yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah. That'll be good. All right. You ready for the next one? All right. Here goes.
Let's do it.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Ooh.
Oh, he's looking around the room. He's looking. Told you these are going to get kind of tricky.
Why? Why y'all ask me these damn questions like that?
Here you
go. Star Wars.
All right. Hit us with the why.
Because Return of the Jedi, that was my favorite one. So
awesome.
That's a great movie.
One.
Great movie. So the nostalgia of Return of the Jedi. Oh.
Yeah, nostalgia of Return of the
That's
Jedi.
good.
I love it.
All right. Doug, you're up.
Yep. Now, I've had a lot of discussions about this, but Apple or Android? I was a Android fanboy for years and years and years, and Keith has switched me to the dark side, drinking the Kool-Aid there.
Yeah. What are you?
And I'm one of them.
So you converted?
I was with the I was Android all the way until
I had an Android
last year. Last year I came to the dark side.
Recent last year. Oh, you both switched at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time. So
joined the cult together.
Yeah, joined the cult, and then ever since then, I was like, I can't believe I missed out on all of this.
Yeah.
What was I was thinking? But now it makes a huge difference. Now
and there's fair critiques against it. I mean, it is an expensive device. They do limit what you do, but the beauty of why it's so good is because they limit it. With Android, you can do all kinds of crazy things. With Doug, you could change your background and like nutso things. But man, it just works. It's just such a great experience. So.
I sound old saying this, I think, but I no longer want to customize my device like crazy, have all kinds of ringtones and
getting old
wallpapers and stuff. I just want a device that works.
Once it works.
And I hate to say that.
That's the Apple.
Gray hairs popping out over here.
Well, and this might resonate with you, Retro. Like, we went to the Kansas City Planet Comic Con last year, and Doug had to recharge his Android like 5 times.
At least 5 times.
So this was his first year with the Apple. And
it lasted all day.
Yeah, the battery.
All day. Yeah. You can tell the difference, but I was actually there the last year too because I had those fast pass, the VIPs and fast passes.
Nice.
Yeah. Now it's like, dang, it's like sometimes like, dang, did they raise it up?
Oh yeah. It gets kind of pricey. It's getting popular. That's what's happening.
Yeah, way popular, which is understandable because it's gotten popular every year.
It has.
But we was an Android. Now I'm an Apple.
All right,
I'm on the dark side.
Nice. Well, welcome to the cult.
Since I still have the handbook and the syllabus for all the syllabus of coming to Apple.
Yeah. Nice. Very cool. All right, you ready for the next one? This is going to be a doozy.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready? You are stranded on an island. If you could take only one video game with you on a deserted island, which one would it be? You have solar power for electricity.
Let me throw you guys off.
Oh, I love it.
Bring it. I would say a handy dandy custom made emulators with all the games.
Love it. I
like that answer.
Great answer.
With all the games.
Why just limit yourself to one game for the rest of your life?
There you go. Look at him. He's thinking at that next level. He'll be designing houses in Sims before long now.
See? It works great.
All right.
It's free real estate.
That's right.
It's free real estate.
Houses are designed by RetroBearOG.
Yeah.
All right, Dougie. Sing him.
Hey, what's your favorite technology? And that's a pretty wide question.
Any technology.
So whatever you think,
Favorite technology, huh? I would say the old school music cassette Walkman.
Oh, the Sony Walkman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sony Walkman.
Nice. Okay.
That definitely changed portable audio
forever.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah. Second to the iPod, maybe. Well, that was first.
Retro for a reason.
I know. I was gonna say, man,
for a reason.
You're sticking to your roots. I love it. You're sticking to your name, man. That's mad respect. Are you ready for the next one?
That,
go ahead.
I mean, neither that or a car phone or a bag phone.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
The totes.
Yeah, with a toaster or
put the
even
antenna
a
on the
pager.
ceiling. Pager. Oh,
Nice.
get you some pager action. All right, you ready for this next one?
Yep.
It's called the fictional universe question. If you could be dropped into any fictional universe from books, comics, movies, video games, which one would you choose and what role would you play there?
Oof. And I feel like that Dungeons and Dragons the type of question. But
it's deep.
It is deep. How would be drop in the comics?
Comics? Anyone? Are you gonna say Avengers?
TMNT.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
TMNT. Yeah. I would love to help the turtles out.
That's cool. Are you excited about the last Ronin that's gonna be coming out? The movie? I think they're doing.
A movie? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that, and especially that they're still in development on the BL games.
Yep.
But we haven't had any more updates on it. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that series.
I loved it when they dropped Shredder's Revenge, the beat 'em up. That was so good.
Oh gosh, those are the same people who did the Power Rangers, the Rita's Rewind. That development team is doing a phenomenal job.
Good.
I think that they're the same crew. Or they are coming out with what's it like the X-Men game? Or
it's the Marvel one. It's the one I think they just announced on the Nintendo.
They just announced that. I think it's the same development. I think it's them. I was like, dude,
I love the pixel art style. So cool.
And, you know, that development studio over there, they remind me of Konami.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Remind me of Konami.
Yeah.
They are like the new generation, the moderation of Konami.
Yeah. And I like that they're like taking something that works, the beat 'em up category, but they're just doing it with a modern twist, like better, like more enemies on screen, or the timings, or the way that, like, I just love that they're taking something and they're making it better. But it's familiar and it's fun. It's classic. Taking something good that always worked and then doing it in the modern area. Dude, I think it's awesome. They need to keep doing that.
They need to, they need to bring them out to like a arcade versions of it, so that they
multiplayer. That's a good idea.
The multiplayer arcade games.
I like that. All right,
they got the license for it, so
they might as well use it.
To just do it if you want to make more money.
That's true.
Yeah, I had to look that up. Cosmic Invasion is that the new one? And it's supposed to be coming out very soon.
Cool.
Oh,
Doesn't
have a date.
Awesome. Don't have a date.
Cosmic Invasion.
I just added it to my Steam wish list.
Look at him. He's already shopping.
Of course, it would be on Steve. Probably to be on your birthday or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Windjammers 3. Coming to you, Windjammers 3.
All right, Dougie.
Yeah, continuing on that same line, favorite hero and or villain. Which superhero do you admire the most, and which villain do you find most compelling?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh.
Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Classic.
Batman and Joker is classic. Always a classic.
I'm going to do a follow. What was your favorite movie Joker?
Oh.
Yeah. I've got mine.
There's a lot.
There's some good ones.
I would say the Red Hood.
The Red Hood?
Joker.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Red Hood of the Joker.
Like the version of it?
The version of it. It's a pretty interesting.
Some of those comics are pretty violent. So
very violent and dark too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
What about actors that have played the Joker? You got Nicholson, you got Jared Leto, you got yourself some Heath Ledger. If you go back to the old 60s, Caesar, was that his name? I can't remember his name now. It's evading me, Doug.
I'll look it up.
All right. Well, who's your favorite actor that played Joker?
It's a tie.
Oh,
for me? It's a tie. Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger.
Me too.
I'm the same way. Yep.
Me too, man. I'm right there with you, dude.
Yeah, they can't touch.
Yeah,
those two. They're my all-time favorites.
That's awesome. Did you find out the name of it?
Cesar Romero.
I knew it was Caesar. Caesar Romero.
That's Caesar Romero.
Yeah. Yep. Old school. Yeah.
1966.
All right. You ready for the next one, Retro?
Yeah.
All right. This one's a hot topic nowadays. Artificial intelligence. When you think of the future of AI, will it be Star Trek or Skynet?
Skynet.
That's quick. He didn't even hesitate.
Right out of the bag. Yep.
Skynet.
Did it scare you?
hell, it's all the rate is scaring everybody.
What I think to me, it's like Doug and I talk about this on the podcast. We do like our nerd news, and we're always keeping track of like what's going on
with the AI. Yep.
It's the robots that scare me. When you see Boston Dynamics robots and they're doing parkour, and I'm thinking, all right, you shove AI in that thing and it can do parkour.
Oh yeah.
That's the scariest thing. It's like, dang, Terminator is a real deal.
Yeah. Or them robot dogs that can run 40 miles an hour with a gun on them. It's like, what are you going to do? Throw water on it?
Throw water, just throw up your hands up. That's all you got to do. Just throw your hands up.
I welcome our robot masters.
The robot master side. Okay, take me to your leader. Take you to your the creative. If you say it reminds me of that in the iRobot.
Oh yeah,
iRobot.
great.
I just pulled that up. I was just gonna say that.
Great
iRobot.
movie, great book. Love it, dude, man.
That's what it reminds me of.
Good job. Yep. Good one.
My wife makes fun of me, but I like Alexa. I say thank you to Alexa. I want to get on a good page with my robot overlords.
You know, in ChatGPT, I use please and thank you. I noticed.
Yeah,
the chat, please and thank you.
We're building a record of being friendly
JC,
to the robots.
Look at my record.
Yeah, the record. It's just like, I heard you say this. Like, why are you cussing out the robot?
Gone. All right, Doug. I think you get the next one.
This one I'm very interested in your take, but what is your favorite video game console boot up screen?
I think I know this one. I'm gonna guess it in my brain. I'll tell you if you guess what I think.
Now I have one for you, not to give it away. So.
Let's just see what he says. Then we'll share. Not to put you on the spot, but we're putting you on the spot.
Oh gosh, boot up game.
Yeah, like like when you turn on the console and there's always like, and you put the cartridge in, and there's always like the beginning. You got the classic, Super Nintendo with the little sparks. You got Sega. You got all those. The GameCube. You got the PlayStation with the the sound. Like what that first thing you see, the boot up screen on a console. Which one of all of those is your favorite?
Man, y'all are not gonna be.
No, hit us.
Okay. No, any answer's good.
Yeah,
like
no wrong answers.
Yeah,
no wrong. Okay, so Nintendo 64, Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey.
Okay, like when it popped. Okay,
I like
that. I thought that.
And the ones you look it up on the YouTube, and you'll know why. Because it's like, oh, so it's about to go down.
I got you. All right. I thought you were going to say Sonic because you play so much Sonic. When he was over there at the beginning.
That too, but the ones say that was the best one. I mean, I love Sega.
Yeah,
I love my Sega.
Yeah.
but
Wayne Gretzky.
But Wayne Gretzky got my heart.
Got it. All right.
Yeah,
good
got
one.
My heart on the start.
That's a good
one.
one.
Yeah, the one to look it up, you'll know why.
All right.
It's like
we'll check
it's like
it out.
all calm, and all of a sudden it's like, here we go.
You're ready to roll. I like it. So, Doug, what did you think? What was your thought?
I'm more of a system guy, but as far as games, I'll go with games with you. I always loved Capcom's boot up screens.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, and no. Speaking of that, my the alternate favorite, the opening of it, from Konami.
Konami, yeah.
That was my next one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's cool that they personalized it to the game you're playing.
I always loved it when they did that. Yeah.
You could tell the difference too.
Yeah.
Between the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis version, which is the coolest thing about Konami. I love it.
Yeah. Good call. Good one.
I also like that there was some inputs or maybe cheat codes, if some people want to say, that you could change the boot up.
I didn't know that.
Change what it does. Yeah.
I didn't know.
See, this is why I love this podcast. We always learn new things. We share these cool little nerd things. I love that, man.
Like NBA Jam, I see it sitting behind you there. There are some button combos you can do to change what it does when it boots up.
Really? I knew about the big head. I knew about all those. But I didn't know you could change
stuff. You can do.
You can change the boot screen.
You know what? Since we're on this subject on NBA to mention it, what's y'all's favorite midway game? Sports wise. Yeah, sports wise. There's a series.
I'm gonna throw out Blitz immediately.
Blitz. I love Blitz.
Hey,
yeah,
Blitz.
I was an NBA Jam fan. I'd have to say. I'd have to go with that. Both arcade and then of course when it ported over to the consoles. That was sports wise. But you are right. Something about an NFL Blitz being able to like power slam somebody whenever you tackle them and
after
things like
the play is already
done.
And
that's
then,
true.
I'm gonna
They
throw
must have
out
learned a
Hydro
lot.
Thunder.
Hydro
They
Thunder?
must.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Oh,
must
forgot
have
about that one.
learned a lot from the Mutant League.
That's right, the Mutant
Oh,
League.
yeah.
I forgot about that
football.
one. Yeah,
Mutant League football. I mean, they made it from the EA
That's
Sports
true.
brand.
Yeah,
So it's like, no, let's have that over to Midway.
yeah. It's a good
Except a
question.
lot more stuff. Just,
Hey, man, look at
man,
him.
all big old muscles, big
Yeah.
thighs, man, little helmets.
It's a great game. Yeah, that's fun.
They overjuiced them.
That's right. They overjuiced.
They
Love it.
overjuiced them.
All right, we're on our last one here. Our last rapid fire. You, by the way, if this was a game show, you'd be crushing it, man. You're doing awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, easily.
So, what personal superpower would you have and why?
Healing powers.
Healing,
Yeah,
like
healing.
Wolverine style.
Yeah, Wolverine style. So, or
That's a good
I
one.
could heal myself,
Or others.
I could hit. Yeah, or the others.
Dude, that is awesome. You know,
Yeah.
Because I cared about those women, and plus I'm a giver.
Yeah,
I
I love that. So, like, if you're
like
playing like in a role playing game, you're one of the support guys. Like, even if you're playing like Battlefield, do you like play medics? Do you like helping people out? See, I'm that way too. I like being in a support role in a lot of those games too.
Support role is so easy. What you need? I need more the ammo box. All right, here you go.
And you get XP.
Backpack
You get XP for it, man. You level up. Like, I'm with you there.
That's the best part.
And a lot of people they crap on it. Like, nah, I don't want to play. Like, dude, I love playing those like support roles. I'm with you there, man. I love your answer. That's such a good answer, man. Look at you.
I'm more the supporter. They hit the squad up.
I like it. And you know what's great about your answer too is a lot of people when they think about superpowers, there's always that thing. Like, no matter what they choose, there's that thing in their mind of, is it going to benefit me or is it going to benefit others? You got to make that choice, right? But with yours,
right,
the power just kind of naturally, I'm benefiting others. Yeah, I heal myself, but I can heal others. I love your answer, man. I think you hit a home run with that one. Congratulations.
Can't see the height blind. Oh, no worries.
I got you.
I get that fixed.
I got you.
See again. To make it see again.
I like it, man. That's good.
Hey, I hate to start slowing this conversation down, but what are your goals for your channel this year? Do you have any projects, whether secret or not, you can kind of lead us into, or any expansions of stuff you're doing?
What's your goals, man? What you working on? You excited about?
Save up money.
That's always the goal.
To save up money. That's our collecting and gaming weakness.
Yeah.
Try to save money.
Yeah, Keith doesn't help me in that department.
I don't help.
Nah. But the main goal is besides the working all the time. I'm gonna try to just save up money and try to travel a lot more places, and hopefully I want to stream a lot more, but it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough on the time. It's tough, but
it is.
But mostly, I want to travel more.
Cool, travel more. Do more of your travel videos too. Those are good. Man.
Yeah, those are the best ones. So
yeah,
you have to look at the PS. I'm looking for coming back to the vlog and then to make it more experience in Como the gaming.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have a great time when you're there. We're super excited.
I'm real excited now. Since I got to know you all.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like you said family reunion. That's how it's gonna feel because we all stay connected through the year. We're talking to each other on the socials and we're supporting each other. We're gonna be together in person. It's gonna be a blast, man. So
yeah, being in person and no worries. I will to let the fans know from my previous the blog before the convention. It's like, okay, now y'all to remember that y'all seen these guys from the beginning, they're from this, and now we're here.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. So.
I'm excited.
Well, RetroBearOG, you've been so gracious with your time. We're well over an hour. That means this was a kicking conversation.
Oh yeah, dude, this is just chill vibes.
Thank you so much. You are like family, man. You're like right there with me and Doug. You fit perfectly into us sharing these awesome things. We love your content. We're huge fans. Where can everybody find you on the socials? Let's promote your brand. Let's get your name out there, man, because you're worth watching. It's like, where can they find you?
Well, y'all can find me on the Instagram, on the RetroBearOG, and all in the platforms, YouTube and Twitch.
All right, YouTube, Twitch. We'll have all your stuff.
Throw that up here,
yeah, we'll throw all that stuff on the screen. We'll have all that in the show notes for everything out there. Doug, what am I missing, man?
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much again for talking to us. We hope to see you at Comic-Con and
Como. He's got
Como-Con.
Comic-Con on the brain.
The
Como.
Comic-Con it was
Yeah.
last weekend. It was last weekend. I just missed
See,
y'all.
we try to keep busy, and then I'm getting mixed up. So yeah,
We have been busy. Yeah. Como RetroCon. Yeah.
great
Como
conversation.
Retro.
So many memories have flooded back. I want to go back and play Star Fox. I want to see this Wayne Gretzky. I've got it pulled up as
That's
soon as
right.
we hang up here.
That's right. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Tons of good stuff.
pretty
Tons
awesome.
of great
I need to find
conversation.
out how to change those boot menus on that NBA Jam now, too,
Yeah.
man. Star Fox 64.
Yeah, to see
Cheat codes.
the cheat codes. They got to look it up.
Yeah, got homework.
Doug.
Got homework.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks,
Doug.
Doug.
Exactly. Thanks, Doug. We do that all the time. You fit in perfect. So, well, everybody, it's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Wired Nerdy Podcast. We want to thank our amazing guest, RetroBearOG. Dude, thank you so much for coming on. We hope to have you on again. We're looking forward to seeing you very, very soon here in Como. And
Definitely.
we just really appreciate you, man. And everybody else, just have an awesome week. We thank you all for joining us, and you take care.